Hello and welcome to another episode of the FullTime15 Podcast. This week we are previewing Game Week 17. But before we get into all of that, we'd really appreciate if you could like, comment, subscribe. Commenting actually is a really big one for us, I think. You know, we want to get into discussions with people. We want to have agreements, disagreements, get to know their thoughts, what they think about our opinions as well. So very important if you can just do that. I know it's very easy to click that subscribe button, follow, or there a like on the video. It really helps us. But as we're obviously approaching Game Week 17 now, we're going to be previewing all the games, all 10 games. Highlights for me is probably Newcastle, Chelsea, lunchtime kickoff, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal at Everton, United go to Villa. I mean, there's top games all across the board, to be fair, this week. So we're looking forward to getting stuck into that. But as always, I am joined by my co-host Robin, who has kept himself very quiet there for the opening preview. I appreciate it, mate. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing super well. Thank you very much. Well, it was a great opening, so why would I intervene?
Thank you very much.
It's good. Just want to present my drink again, because we just talked about this. Starting to be like a really good ambassador for Nocco for some reason. Anyway, it's the lemon one today. It's like a sour lemon, lemon sour. Sorry, yeah. Anyway, that's the drink for today. What are you having? You're in Dublin, so I bet you haven't seen them.
I'm having a coffee, mate, in Dublin. To be fair, I went against the
really.
grain. Yeah, for those of you eagle-eyed viewers, we're actually recording this in the morning. So beer was kind of, I guess, frowned upon at this hour. Not out of the realms of impossibility, must be said, but frowned upon. But in terms of your Nocco, by the way, I know we spoke about this before, but what was the one you did the video of in the car with the
Arancia.
Yeah,
Orange, yeah.
That influenced me to actually buy that, mate, when I was at the shop. Believe it or not. And I thought it was actually very, very nice. A very good flavour, to be fair.
That's quite nice. Yeah. So I'm an influencer now, as you said.
Yeah, 100%, mate. That's all. Hey, it only takes one, mate. It only takes one to influence someone. You're an influencer. So Nocco ambassadors, if you're listening.
So this is what influencers do. That was easy.
This is what it feels like. Oh, this is great. But yeah, no beers today. I've just got a coffee there, but a little bottle of water from the airport, mate. Little Irish bottle of water.
Oh, that's nice.
Lovely stuff. Yeah, beautiful, mate.
Could I just jump into the Gyökeres again? That Gyökeres situation, that discussion that we have every fucking week, seems like. Just want to touch really quickly on that before we head into the weekend's games.
Mm-hmm.
Because we need to have patience. We need to look at the bigger picture here and look at players who have not had the best of seasons in the first season. So I've listed actually 4 players, or 5 actually, but especially Caicedo, not really good in the first season at Chelsea. Rodri was horrendous at Manchester City before he started to understand, and now he's world class. Robertson at Liverpool, bargain. He was like £8 million, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
And then Fabinho as well, to mention yet another Liverpool player. So, I mean, these are 4 players who really, really flourished later on. Mm-hmm. It just adaptation takes time sometimes. Of course, you're always going to have those players who get fit right in, are really good from the off, but these Gyökeres, we just need a little bit of patience. And to put that into perspective, we have Thierry Henry, who was actually on Gyökeres has scored more goals than Henry had, playing as many games. So a little bit of patience, and it's a new club for him. It's a new style of play. it's something that Gyökeres is not used to. If you looked at how Sporting played, they were throwing balls behind the defense, and for Gyökeres to sprint on. And so Arsenal are not playing that way at the moment. And obviously Arsenal is a much bigger club as well. So we tend to play teams with really low blocks, So that's it's all new to him, man. So take it easy. It'll come. I still believe it will come. You just need a little bit more confidence as well. Scoring 1 or 2 goals, then he's gonna explode, I think.
Yeah, I actually saw a really good discussion, I think it was on X, or a breakdown of Gyökeres. And I think it actually went against Gyökeres ever so slightly in terms of where, as you mentioned, calling for patience, but people running out of patience with him, because at some point it falls on his shoulders as well, which it does, obviously. Like you say, you mentioned confidence, goals, etc. That plays a big part in it. But there was a guy who was using kind of stats to make his point, which is good to, evidence based on statistical data is great, but it's not always accurate in terms of
Rarely.
So what he meant in terms of the context of the discussion and argument, okay, so what he was saying was Arsenal play actually in the Premier League the most through balls of any club in the Premier League, or have done at this point of the season so far, up until now. But that doesn't mean that they've played through balls to Gyökeres. That could be through balls to the winger, that could be through balls to Marino, that could be...
we see that all the time on yeah, but I mean, we see that all the time on Arsenal's right hand side. So many through balls, going to Saka. Like obviously now it's Timber, but Saka to Timber, to Saka again. Like so that's a through ball as well.
Yeah, and I think
that's what they do.
There was just like the argument, or the caveat to the guy's point was the fact that Arteta's even said it himself, how you see Gyökeres making runs constantly every game and he's not being played the ball. Like, when was the last time you remember Gyökeres making a run and him being found and he's one-on-one with a goalkeeper, or he's received the ball through the middle? I'm not talking about a ball down the fucking wing.
At Arsenal.
At Arsenal. It doesn't happen.
I don't know if I've seen it.
I should have sent you a video, actually. It's very relevant. And we'll get into the fixes in a minute, but it was very relevant about there was a guy doing have I showed you that video of Sterling where Sterling's got the ball and there's a guy recording it, pointing at his TV screen, and it's Sterling.
I've seen it.
Sterling.
Oh yeah, that one. Pause it. Get the fucking Sterling.
Oh, that was it. Give it to yeah. And he goes nuts. And there was like another one, not as quite as dramatic and funny as that one, but there was one where Ødegaard's running forward with the ball and Gyökeres spins and he's like, play the ball in there. Play the ball in there. Now play the ball in there. Now, and it's like, fuck it. Like, you just don't want to do it for whatever reason.
It was basically from Ødegaard's point of view as well, wasn't it?
Yeah,
like from behind, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we're talking about the same thing then, yeah.
Yeah. So, and that happens so often. I can't.
Strange. I mean, I don't.
So strange, because that's.
Do they like him or?
No, but I don't think it's anything to do with that. I don't know what the. I don't know if it's just ingrained into them that they, because previously when Arteta first came to the club, I remember quite a big article coming out saying when the defender, centre-back, has the ball and he puts his foot on the ball, they wait for the attacker to make a movement towards them before playing it. So they allow the attacker to make the movement and then they have the options to play out so that they unsettle their format, like their shape. And I don't know if it's very similar to when you're driving through, you are waiting for that defender to step out so he vacates that space. But at the same time,
maybe.
there's a clear ball to be played
It is a
through.
clear ball, and
And,
yeah, wasn't it the same? Well, it wasn't like a through ball kind of situation when Saka scored. Do you remember? Was it against Bayern Munich? No.
where
Why didn't it pass the ball to Gyökeres? Because we spoke about this in the podcast as well, because it was so important for Saka as well to get on the score sheet again, to gain a little bit of confidence for him as well. But he just could have passed it, mate.
mm,
Then both
oh yeah.
also would have been given a point for that. So it's fucking hell. It's about the team. Seriously, it's
Yeah.
just it's just a little bit weird.
But the final point from me on all of this is I just find it incredibly strange how there seems to be this scrutiny on
Yeah,
Gyökeres, who
exactly.
is
It's Arsenal, mate, and he is some little detail who might not work as well as we would have thought, going into the season. So this is what, especially other fan bases are obviously looking at, because Arsenal are doing ever so well. And if they can just point on one thing, that's an indication of how jealous they are and how good Arsenal actually is. So okay,
but yeah,
so you do that then.
yeah, because that's the whole point is there's this sort of microscope on
Yeah.
Gyökeres. He's part of a team that's top of the table, okay, and he's
Mm.
not firing on all cylinders by any means at the moment. But
Hey,
when
we'll
he
see with that.
does, that suddenly becomes a massive issue for everyone else because we're
Yeah.
top of the league, 2 points clear, whatever it is, 2 defeats in the season,
Yeah.
without him being at his peak the peak of his powers in a confidence, flow state, whatever. But I don't see a single article about his international teammate, Alexander Isak,
No,
who
no.
clocked twice as much, who
Uh,
scored half as many, and
mm.
contributed next to nothing.
Yeah, because it's down to Liverpool having so much other problems as well. I mean, Salah gate thing, you know,
But yeah, but
that,
that's
and they're not they're not doing as well as Arsenal. So obviously there are of so many other things to look at uh, when it comes to to Liverpool. So uh, I mean, other fan bases are always going to look at something to have a dig at Arsenal.
mm, mm,
And so Gyökeres, yeah, well, that's a little, something we can actually look at. So,
mm,
okay, they're going to take every fucking chance. And so if Arsenal fans can just zoom out a little bit
yeah.
and look at how well we are doing in both in the Champions League, in the Premier League, and what actually other supporters, are actually talking about, and if it's just about Gyökeres not scoring as much as we would have thought, then okay, just so be it then.
Hmm.
What did we expect? I mean, how many goals? I think he scored 5. I think. Did
Mm.
we expect like 8? In coming into December, it's fucking 3 goals.
Mm.
So it's just a really small thing that has blown up because it's Arsenal. I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it has, and listen, it'll be something that continues to happen until he becomes this prolific striker who,
Yeah, then it's gonna be fucking something else.
yeah, exactly right. Then it'll be a case of like Gyökeres is scoring goals, right? And he's being assisted by Saka, he's being assisted by Trossard, he's being assisted by Eze.
Mhm.
Oh, Odegaard hasn't got an assist in fucking 4 months. What's going on?
Yeah.
And we're top
Yeah,
of the
no,
league.
exactly. Right.
And it's
There you
like,
go. Yeah.
oh,
Can't win. Can't win.
yeah,
Can't win.
but
Anyway, yeah. We're just supposed to touch a little bit on this, but we spoke about this for 10 minutes. Anyway,
it is.
but it's interesting though. It's still it's really something to talk about still. So
Absolutely, mate.
it's not
Absolutely.
really something to talk about. Just about Gyökeres, but it's something to talk about because the thing we talk about is how other fan bases are talking about him. So we're not specifically talking about that Gyökeres situation. It's just amazing how much time and energy people are sort of wasting, in air quotes, on the Gyökeres situation, which isn't really a situation for me, because as I said, it's a new country, it's a new league, it's a new teammates, and it's a huge step going from the Portuguese league to the Premier League. Obviously, it's a new playing style as well. Also with low blocks, as I said, and it's just sometimes adaptation takes longer than you would want to.
Yep.
Anyway,
no, 100%.
Moving on then to the weekend's games. Starting with a really big one. It's like Boxing Day this year is we don't have too many games, like one game or something. It's just been moved to I don't know. It's not on Boxing Day anyway. So it's like this Saturday coming up now has sort of replaced Boxing Day. Feels like. Do you know what I mean? So it's the 1:30 game if you're in Sweden, Newcastle Chelsea, and that's a big one, man. It's a 6-pointer, because I think we have a couple of those actually now this weekend because it's so tight, So if you lose one game and the other, if you lose and the other team wins, obviously. Now the cracks are going to show. I think it's going to be more sort of split. I don't want to use the word segregated because it's not. I mean, it's just not going to be as tight. I think coming into after these Christmas games.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a more clear table. If that makes any sense. So anyway, coming into this game, Newcastle on 22 points, Chelsea on 28. So the winner here is a big winner, I think. I mean, it plays a big part for us as well. I mean, from an Arsenal point of view, if Chelsea wins, they head up to 31 points, and if they lose, then they loosen the grip a little bit of top three. Top 2, 3, yeah. So it's a nice lunch clash.
Yeah, it's something that's been spoken about this week as well, about the fact that Newcastle played Wednesday night and then had to play obviously Saturday morning. When
Chelsea played Tuesday.
Chelsea played Tuesday, but I mean Tuesday, Saturday's standard.
Yeah.
But in terms of there were no other Premier League teams, or as in there was League Cup games obviously, so there were plenty of teams that didn't play at all in midweek who could do this morning slot quite comfortably, But I don't think that's going to impact it too much. In the grand scheme of things, it's
now when Newcastle now hosting a big team as well, at St James's Park, lunch, Saturday lunchtime. I mean, it doesn't matter if they played Wednesday or fucking Friday night, they're going to be set up for it. Yeah, really the 12th and 13th player basically, in the stands there. So it's massive. I think Chelsea will struggle.
Yeah, I think Newcastle on the high of getting into the League Cup semi-finals. Obviously, Chelsea did as well, but I think it maybe means more. I don't want to say it means more to Newcastle than Chelsea, but I feel like it does. I feel like it's Newcastle. They're the holders of that competition. First trophy in God knows how long.
Yeah, I think it's 60 years or something.
Yeah, so it's massive for them. But on the other hand, a win here pushes them right back into that conversation again of Champions League football realistically. Because you're
Yeah.
saying 5 places gets Champions League, that puts them a point behind Palace. Obviously, all these teams have got to play, but they're not all going to pick up wins and they're not all going to get away from them. So a win here is massive, and they're at
It
home
is, yeah.
in the
Oh, yeah.
ascendancy. It's going to be a tough game for Chelsea. But again, it wouldn't surprise me if this is one of those games where Chelsea just shows up and comes away with a 2-0 win, get us an early goal, and it just stifles everything. The crowd are massive at St James's Park, but if you get an early goal, I remember when Arsenal went there, I think it was 2 seasons ago, and
Mhm.
it was like a Sunday afternoon, and the atmosphere was incredible. What it felt like on through the TV, and then Newcastle first 10 minutes were absolutely throwing everything at Arsenal, and I was thinking, Christ, it's going to be such a long afternoon. And then Odegaard
Mhm.
scored like from long range, the low shot into the corner.
Yeah.
Um, and that kind of just blew out the stadium. The atmosphere was like just evaporated from there.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
and then the game swung, and it suddenly became a very controlled performance from Arsenal. We end up winning 2-0. Something similar could
Hmm.
happen on Saturday. I see with Chelsea. You just never know what Chelsea side are going to show up, really.
But Chelsea
Um,
aren't as good as Arsenal, though. Yeah, so.
well, yeah, there is that caveat to that point. But
It's
yeah,
it's interesting as well because now Wissa actually was on score sheet during I think in midweek, was it, or last weekend?
in the
Anyway, so
in the
he
week.
yeah, okay, there you go. So he might be up for this as well. And is it the first game for Caicedo back? Like he played in midweek, but in the Premier League, I mean, has
Hmm.
to be surely.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's a huge boost for Chelsea. But I mean, he's been away for a couple of games, so it's not super certain that he's coming in here and dominating. So it can basically go either which way. But it's a good, you know, obviously good for Chelsea to have him back. Palmer on the score sheet last weekend as well, so he might be up for this as well.
Yeah,
Um,
and I think you make a good point about dominating the midfield there because you look at Newcastle, for example, when you have Guimaraes, Tonali, and Linton in there as three. That's three of the most physical probably players in the Premier League
yeah, and
in
at
the
least two
midfield period,
psychopaths though. So
at
yeah.
least, yeah, bare minimum. Um, and Joel Linton had a bit of a knock. I think he was on the bench the last couple of games, so he's hopefully there to start. Wissa, you know, he's doing very well. I'd expect Voltemada to start because obviously with Wissa being out for so long, I don't
Does it
think
play together with Voltemada then you think, or is it either him
it'll
or
be
Voltemada? Is it
yeah, Wissa will be on the bench, I think, and coming off the bench
okay?
as part of his program to get him back up to full fitness because I don't think he starts 2 games or maybe
Hmm.
even started last weekend. I can't remember. So he's not going to start 3 games in a week.
It's it's
Being out
uh
for so long.
it's nice, because we haven't really considered him. We touched upon it a little bit, 'cause, coming in from Brentford, he's
Mhm.
getting injured, so we haven't seen him play. We can't really. Uh, I know we haven't had any indication of what he can do and whatever. So it's like a new signing for them coming in here. So really good time coming into the Christmas game. So yeah. Anyway, it's a 2-1 Newcastle win for me. Like a narrow, nitty gritty, hostile, fucking. Yeah, yeah. It feels really good.
2-1 win for you. I will go with. And also, we need to obviously mention AFCON this week. Big first
Hmm.
weekend of an impact of certain players. And Wissa, whatever you want to call him, Wissa.
Hmm.
Um, he's was due to obviously go, but with his injuries, but he's been able to stay. So that's massive for Newcastle over this Christmas period. Uh, yeah, I'll go 2-0 Newcastle. 2-0.
Yeah, and then but it could also be like that as you said. Chelsea just going 2-0 up, finishing with 3-0. Okay, but yeah, says you. I mean, I can't see it.
I can
So
really see it, but to use the point against Newcastle feels unfair because it was very similar to Chelsea. I was going to say that Newcastle are quite an emotional team in terms of they play on the crowd, like you said, they play on the occasion very well usually.
yeah,
But if that goes against them, then I see an issue. But Chelsea are also very emotional. They're a very young squad. So how they react in that environment of a St James's Park who are up for it. It's a lunchtime kickoff, so that's a bit of an issue with the Geordies not being able to get a few pints in them so many at that point. But I think it will still be a great atmosphere and it's a massive game for them and I think they're
pubs
going
open at
to
11, so that's plenty of time.
it's more than enough time, mate, for at least
Oh yeah,
3 or 4 pints. Um,
that's good. I can also see like at least one red card as sending off in this game, and that's going to be a decide as well. Can I say it out? Straight red card again. Can you imagine?
Enzo Fernandez is my pick of the potential red card, fellas. Enzo Fernandez.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. Then we're heading to. Do you know where we're headed?
I
The
think
South
we're going to the
Coast.
South Coast. Come on.
Obvious Bournemouth, Burnley. Burnley slipping in the table actually. I think is it 3 or is it 5 points behind now?
They are, I
Uh,
can
three
confirm,
points.
6 points behind Leeds.
6 points behind Leeds.
Hmm.
Is that the closest team?
No, West Ham are in between them, but it doesn't matter about West Ham, does it? Because they got to
Oh,
get.
okay, so I mean out of the relegation zone then, yeah, okay. But yeah, so they are slipping, so it's basically a must win here for Burnley. Um, and we can look at Bournemouth. They're coming away from this absolutely phenomenal, crazy game at Old Trafford,
Yeah.
ended 4-4. So that's I don't know what to make of it. It's tough to analyze, and coming into this game where you are supposed to win. I don't know if that fits Bournemouth too well. And obviously it's always a Premier League clash. So if Burnley can get something out of this, it would be somewhat of an upset maybe. But I don't, at least when you look at the market, like the odds, the betting markets, so to speak. So, but I can definitely see like a Burnley picking up a point here, maybe 3, like an upset actually. I know you mentioned last weekend that sometimes you just they can just turn up and just
Mhm.
grab a point to 3, from fucking wherever.
Mm.
And we've been on this before. They tend to score much more now than they have in the last couple of seasons that when they've been up. So um, yeah, no, it's a 1-1 for me.
Um. Wow. Okay. Um.
Bournemouth hasn't won in forever.
Yeah, but that's the
Neither
caveat.
has Burnley.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Literally. Yeah. Yeah. Literally. That's the caveat. Yeah. That's the only thing that worries me is Bournemouth haven't won in 7 or 8. I mean,
Yeah, now there's sort of supposed to turn around at home to Burnley, but it's never a done deal. You can't just
yeah, because the longer it goes on, the longer like Burnley will sit in, be tight, be compact, be hard to beat, hard to break down. The longer it's 0-0, the more frustrated Bournemouth are going to get, the more frustrated things are going to be. I'm just going to go and I'm going to go rogue. I'm going to go 3-0 Bournemouth.
Oh, Lord.
I just think, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
I don't know what I think.
Well, that's what you think. 3-0.
That's what I'm going for. I don't know if I
Yeah,
think.
okay, well, yeah. Good
But
choice.
no,
Good,
I
good
think
choice of
that
words.
I think that they will. I think that they will come out comfortable winners, and
Hmm.
as you mentioned, I think the table is kind of going to set itself after Christmas of these fast and furious kind of 3 or 4 Premier League games that we've got coming up, and I just very worried for Burnley, to be honest.
Yeah.
So 3-0 Bournemouth, get back to winning ways, and Burnley, I think, will lose 8 games on the spin or 9 or whatever it is, and it's probably some kind of record
Yeah.
they're approaching. But yeah.
Lovely. Lovely jubbly. I mean, if you look at that game, just on paper, I mean that is one of the games that you might not, raise your eyebrows for, looking at the, if you compare it to the other games we have upon us.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always something interesting within every single game because each game has its own life. It could fucking end 3-3. Also, it's going to be the most interesting game of the weekend. So
Genuinely could end up 3.
yeah, it can. So, oh mate, that is the Premier League.
Yeah, it is, and listen, it's drama, and that is, in a nutshell, Monday night's game 4-4. Just drama,
Yeah.
mate. Just brilliant, just a brilliant game of football.
Yeah, I love it when you don't really expect it. I mean, we will talk about the Liverpool Tottenham game in a minute, but it's in that game I'm actually expecting loads of goals, but then the Manchester United Bournemouth game that we have had now, as you mentioned, Monday night 4-4. You didn't really expect it to be 4-4 in that one.
Yeah.
It's gonna, I don't know what anyone expected, but it wasn't absolutely not that. So,
No.
oh mate, fantastic. Anyway, staying on the south coast, going a little bit more east to Brighton.
To Brighton,
So
to the 15 gay capitals of the world.
Yeah. Brighton hosting Sunderland. Very interesting to say the least, because as you just said, the African Cup of Nations is coming up now. So I think there are 6 players from Sunderland going there, and at least 2 of them from the starting lineup will not be there for the Brighton game. That being said, Brighton lose Baleba now to AFCON. So it's also that's really something to consider coming into this game. Yeah, I mean, have you looked at the odds? I mean, I know I texted you about that, but it's like 5 times your money.
Yeah.
Sonic can get a win, and it's like 2.23 on the decimal system to be either a draw or an away win there. So it's decent. It's really, really, really good. Yeah.
It is. It is very, very good. My biggest concern, as you mentioned, is the AFCON players. You've got Siddiqui going, Ronaldo, Traore.
But then now they've had a pause for a week now as well. At least the supporters, from coming out from that Newcastle win, the derby win. So I mean, they could just ride the wave here, from that one. It doesn't really matter if you replace one or two players in that starting lineup because they know they can win this game.
Yeah.
And obviously, Baleba said it's out as well for Brighton. So, I mean, 5 times the money, more than that even.
Yeah.
It's amazing, amazing odds. I don't know if I'm missing something, but it's, I bet, I placed a bet on them already. So, it's,
I mean, yeah. Double chance, I'd be all over.
yeah,
Sunderland, for fives, they're worth a little nibble there of something. Because Brighton again, just so inconsistent. Haven't won in 3. Should have beaten West Ham at home, or on paper they should have done, and they couldn't. They didn't get that job done. Obviously went to Liverpool last game.
yeah.
Brighton. Brighton
They
were
did
at
quite
home
well. Yeah,
against
they. Oh yeah, yeah.
lost that one. So
They did quite well away to Liverpool as well. I mean, we spoke about that game as well.
they did, yeah.
So they actually could have had a point, if they would have just had better finishes that day,
Mm-hmm.
or better players because they had big chances, and really good opportunities to score at least one. I mean, or one or two goals, and that would have been a massive point as well. So the final result there doesn't really, tell you everything about the game. So got skewed a little bit. But yeah, it's Brighton Sunderland.
What are you going for?
2-0 Sunderland.
Oi.
Yeah, it's
Oi.
Oy, 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 oy,
Oi. Um,
Brighton tend to do well. I've said it many times before. Against the bigger teams, and Sunderland coming into this game knowing that they could absolutely grab the 3 points. So yeah, that they could definitely win this one. So yeah, 2-0. What do you reckon?
1-1.
Okay.
1-1 for that one, I'll go with.
Yep.
And Brighton will probably win, and suddenly they'll be up in fucking 5th place again, and we'll be like, Jesus Christ, where have they come from? Inconsistent. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, definitely, man.
yeah, where to next?
I just want to say that this is also a huge game. It's a 6 points as well.
Yeah, like you mentioned, there are, I think, a lot of them in there. Just the way the table is just so condensed still.
Sunderland on 26, Brighton on 23. I mean, so the winner here is a big winner. It's basically the same for the Chelsea Newcastle game, point wise. So, oh mate, this Saturday is turning out to be. I can love it.
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge games, and yeah, and moving, on to this next one, Man City, West Ham. They have a chance to go top of the table before Arsenal play Everton away, which is I guess a psychological, challenge, if you like, a psychological edge that adds to the Arsenal game as well. It's a bit of pressure on them. So yeah, that's going to be a massive game for City at home to West Ham as well.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me how I'm supposed to find a point for West Ham here.
I will tell you right now, mate, how you find a point for West Ham.
They just lost their 2 wing backs as well, going to AFCON. Wan-Bissaka and Diouf, I think it's called.
Yeah, Diouf for me is a big loss for them.
Wan-Bissaka as well, surely.
Yeah, but I don't rate him as highly as I do Diouf, even though Wan-Bissaka's been playing, obviously. So for them, yeah, he's a big loss. But for me, I'm saying
Okay.
Juff,
Yep.
yeah, Juff, good player. Um,
Yeah.
but you know, City do have their own issues in terms of Doku's injured. Um, I mean,
Yeah.
Aït-Nouri's been injured and he's off to AFCON now, so not really a loss. Marmoush not really played too much. He's off to AFCON. Um,
Yeah.
but it's the depth. It's the
Mm,
it's the congestion of the period now where you've got Rodri injured, who's coming back, so he's going to be a bit part player who can relieve some of that. You know, I think Nico Gonzalez, or is that his name, Gonzalez? Nico.
yeah. Yeah.
Um, he's been playing so much in the middle there. He needs a breather, but he isn't able to get one yet because obviously Rodri's still coming back from that injury, and they've got
Mm,
Kovacic still out till at least at end of January, early February, I think.
I forgot about him. I
Yeah,
mean,
and so
Jay's still there. Okay.
and and so even though Ait Nouri and Mamouche are not starters right now, they're still players who can relieve a Nico Riley of game time, give him a
Yeah.
breather.
Mm.
Haaland or Haaland, whatever. If you want to bring him off, you can throw in Mamouche there. You can do bits and pieces, but it impacts the squad, especially in this congested period. But I think I don't know how, but their fixture list of this run for the next 3 or 4 games over Christmas is fairly light for them in terms of who they're
Yeah, and
actually playing.
yeah, and I wouldn't be too worried about playing West Ham at home if I would have been a Manchester City supporter, because
Mm.
individually, I mean, they have Jared Bowen, but that's about it. I think who might pose a threat.
Yeah.
Other than that, Manchester City are they're just too good at every single position, and
Mhm.
especially now playing at home.
Tell me this. Did you hear the reports about uh, Pep Guardiola potentially leaving at the end of the season and Maresca being lined up as
Oh,
a potential replacement?
I read it, yeah, just briefly.
Do
I just
you?
read that, Manchester City are considering Maresca. Okay, is Guardiola leaving or what happened?
So,
Basically,
yeah, well, obviously, no one knows if he's going to leave or not. There's always been talk about him leaving and stuff, but he signed a 2-year contract, so it's very strange to be having these conversations now because his contract's not up till next season, the end of next season.
yeah, very
So
heavy.
people then are questioning whether this to do with the 115 charges or 130 charges that it is now, or whether it's something more to, it's to do with Maresca putting pressure on the Chelsea board because he's not being feeling he's being backed enough. Whatever
Mm.
it is, there's something brewing. Do you feel like this is something that is going to galvanise the Man City squad and like when Klopp decided he left Liverpool, it kind of didn't derail them, but it didn't help them. It didn't galvanise them
Well,
into.
it's exactly the same for if Maresca would have replaced Pep Guardiola. Then I think because it's I've been on that as well. People 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 talk about Maresca being this tactical genius and whatever.
Mm,
But with Chelsea, I still can't see it. I mean, what's Plan A? Well, if you have Plan A, what's Plan B, and what are you doing? Because I can't see them having a real
mm.
structured plan going forward. Attacking, and uh, it's just that they tend it. It seems to me that they are just doing things randomly, right? So Maresca being not as good of a manager as Pep
Mm.
Guardiola, I can't see him doing better at Manchester City than he's doing at Chelsea. So from where is this coming? Even I don't. As I said, he's still on a 1.5 season, still left on his contract. Guardiola
Mm.
he signed it just a 2-year contract now, just this summer. So for me, it
So what's
comes from
changed?
out of nothing. So I don't,
Mm.
I don't I can't see Manchester City doing better with Maresca than they've done and that they do with Guardiola.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? What's your feeling for this?
I I don't know. It depends on what the reasoning behind the fact that Guardiola would not be there at the end of the season, because he's always said if the club have lied to him about these charges and whatever, he would leave, right? But that wouldn't make much sense because in terms of the 115 charges, 130, whatever it is, it's not going to be a case of, oh, we'll have a decision by the end of the season. If that was influencing him now, we would know what the outcome of that was now. Therefore, he would likely leave now, as in, you've lied to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel betrayed. I can't possibly continue in this job till the end of the season. That doesn't make sense. So it seems very much like a case of Maresca and his agent are pushing the story out there to influence the Chelsea board to say, hey, listen, back him.
Yeah, sure. We've seen that before happening, with coaches and especially with players as well, right? Just sort of, raise their value in the market, so to speak. So, yeah, it could just be something that, yeah.
But the glaring thing in all of that is that Man City have not come out and said, no, Guardiola's our manager until 2027. But they've not dispelled the rumours. They've just kind of said, no comment. We're not commenting on it.
As far as we know, at least.
Well, no, that's what the report said, that they had not decided to not comment. And the same with Chelsea. Chelsea at the time of when I read the article earlier or yesterday, were not commenting on it either. So it's very strange because it's very easy for Man City to go, well, that story's bollocks. He's got a contract till 2027, and just leave literally like one or two sentences of a fucking statement. Guardiola's doing a great job. He's here till 2027. Done. To bed. So there's something going on.
But yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. It might. I mean, isn't it maybe more clever to just keep quiet and not comment for the first week, maybe, and then and really prepare like a thing for Guardiola, even, or the board to, to say like more thoroughly thought through.
Well,
instead of doing like a Salah thing,
Yeah. But I guess he'll have his press conference today. So they'll undoubtedly ask him about those comments. So
it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see.
Yeah. Anyway, for me, I think this will just be a standard routine.
Yeah, unfortunately for Arsenal.
So I'll go 3-0 City for this one.
Yeah. 4-1 for me.
4-1 for you.
Probably Bowen to be on the score sheet as well for West Ham. I can't see anyone else really scoring.
Fantastic.
They have some big players, West Ham, so they can actually hurt Manchester City on corners, free kicks, set pieces, basically.
Big old sushi, mate.
I can't. So it won't be nearly enough, I think, to win away to Manchester City tomorrow. So yeah. Anyway, moving on then. Wolverhampton, Brentford. Obviously, still Wolverhampton still looking for the win. Waiting for the win. Yeah, go on.
Is this the week?
The pen drop. He's doing the pen drop.
Is this the week that Wolverhampton Wanderers?
Yes.
Pick up 3 valuable points in their relegation to the Championship.
Yeah.
Because that's done. That's comfort. They're gone. But do they win this one?
Yeah, I mean, yes. They
Oh,
will. Well, we said that, a few times now for Wolverhampton, but it's bound to happen, man. It's bound to happen. So it's not really about Wolverhampton's quality. It's more down to Brentford's not, their ability to not win games at the moment. Because if you look at, they only have 1 point in the last four, and that's at home to Leeds for Brentford. And now they're going away to Wolverhampton, and they know that obviously they sort of should win this one because Wolverhampton are where they are.
mhm.
But I bet you, mate, that Wolverhampton have taken so many positives from that night at the Emirates last weekend. So it feels like a little bit that they did get a point or even a win for them. So they've been. I think that they will be riding on that a little bit. Brentford
But
also, slowly falling down to where, in air quotes as well, should be in the league, with that summer transfers in and out, so they are more now coming to a place where we sort of expected them to be.
mm,
Mm. It's a dangerous game there for Brentford. This.
it is. I mean, obviously, Wolves are losing centre half Agbado, Dow.
Yeah, yeah. It's well, he hasn't scored too many, has he? So.
What? Yeah. In his defence, mate, he is a defender, so I let him off.
Mhm.
Mosquera's suspended for yellow
Oh
card.
yeah. Oh, okay. That's a big one.
Ouattara is missing for Brentford for AFCON, which is, I think, a big miss for
Who?
them. Ouattara,
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that's
uh,
a big miss for them as well.
yeah. But I'm maybe thinking it goes the other way for Wolves in terms of
Yeah, exactly. It might be a blessing in disguise a little bit.
yeah, but it just I don't know with the whole Emirates game,
Mm.
such a deflating thing to concede like that in the last minute, but also in terms of like, fuck, are we ever gonna get something?
Yeah.
Is it ever gonna happen now? Are
Oh,
we
okay.
just
Yeah.
not? Are we just not gonna get any more points? Do you know what I mean? Like that mindset of fuck the last minute, just like crestfallen that they nearly got a draw
Mm.
at the Emirates and it didn't happen.
Mm.
But they've had a week now. Probably their first proper week of training with Rob Edwards, realistically, where they've been fully fit and not preparing for a midweek game or not, coming off the back of 3 or 4 games in like 10 days or something. So maybe. And Brentford, you couldn't ask for a better team to be coming to play considering Brentford's away form.
Yeah. Yeah. No, exactly. So it's a good opportunity for them. And I mean, I'm not like you there, so I really believe Wolverhampton have taken big positives from the Arsenal game.
Well, that's what Rob Edwards will be hammering home is the positives from it, and whether he can motivate them
Yeah, of course.
into using it as a positive is a different story. Who knows? But yeah, no, yeah, no. I'm gonna go with
2-1 Wolverhampton for me.
2-1 Wolverhampton for you. I will go with 2-1 Brentford for me.
Right,
And
so saying it 2 points there for Wolverhampton then.
if that happens, then there's a serious chance of you putting that bet on for Wolves not getting more than fucking 11 points this season.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah, I forgot about that, actually. Oh, I have to look at the odds. I have
Yeah.
to look at it, yeah. Right, moving on then to the 6:30 game. If you're in Sweden, hate to mention that, but yeah, anyway.
Asterisk.
You're in
Everything.
England now. Well, you not England. You're in Ireland, so it's actually 5:30. If
You have just single-handedly offended every single Irish listener of the.
mm,
Yeah.
come at me
Um,
then. Come at me then. No,
uh,
but anyway, it's one of the big ones for the weekend. It's Tottenham Liverpool, and I saw something on Twitter, Liverpool fan saying if we win this game, we're actually in the title race again. But I don't know, would they though? Because they then would reach 29 points.
mhm. Well, it would.
Would you consider them to be in the title race if they win this one? Which they probably will for me, but yeah.
They,
There are other teams, as well.
that's what I mean. So, like, if you look at it now, there are 26 points. They win 29 points. Okay, let's say they beat Tottenham. Okay, 29 points. Right? Villa have a chance of beating United, obviously. They could go to 36, which would be the same as Arsenal. So they don't lose ground. Let's say Arsenal get beat to fuel this analogy of are they in a title race?
Are they just 3 points behind now, Aston Villa? Is it more?
No, Aston Villa are 3 points behind Arsenal, yeah. So
Okay.
let's say Liverpool win, Arsenal don't win. City are not dropping points. So City are on 37. So they're 8 behind Man City. They're not in a title race with a win this weekend for me.
No, me neither. Me
It
neither.
just,
So it's strange. So that's hence I reacted to it.
it for me, it needs to be a place where
Well,
they
we yeah. Well,
where they are within 3 or 4 points of whoever is top of the league to be in a title. Purely based on the
yeah,
fact
yeah, sure. Yeah,
of
definitely.
Arsenal or Liverpool or Villa or whoever else of the top three there, they need to drop a lot of points consistently for Liverpool to even get into the conversation of being in a title race, let alone
Yeah.
winning the
Yeah,
league.
yeah.
So for
Oh
me,
yeah, oh yeah. So that yeah,
no.
so me neither. Me neither. So that's why I reacted to it, And also, we have Brighton as well. We have Sunderland playing. They play each other as we've already mentioned, and
Mhm.
we have Crystal Palace playing away to Leeds. They can definitely snatch a win there. So
Mhm.
they are up there as well. So I don't know. It's just the narrow-minded Liverpool supporters being what they are. But a bit of momentum here for Liverpool. Started with that win away in Italy, and it seems like they have prioritized their defending. Keeping a clean sheet or just defend their goal, and going forward, we'll see what happens. Offensively. But they've been doing quite well after that game, um, and Tottenham tend to collapse. As they did now. We're away to Tottenham as well, and now playing Liverpool at home. I don't know. I just see a goal fest here. It will be loads and loads of goals. I think it would be a good bet if you went for a Liverpool win and both teams to score.
Mm.
Probably.
Yep.
Um, the odds for that, I don't know, but I can definitely see that. Matassar and Bissouma out for Tottenham. Are they both starters, you think?
No, I don't think Basuma's seen the field in a long time.
Mm.
Matthew
Anyway, they're
is in and out, but
yeah,
he's a
they're
loss
off
for them.
off to Africa, coming into this period as well. Christmas period, so that might turn out to be quite massive for them. Liverpool, Liverpool obviously lost Salah. That could also be a blessing as things are.
Mm.
So yeah, what do you reckon with this one? It's a nice little lunch game there, and then you have the 3 and 4 o'clock games. After that, straight into Tottenham Liverpool. It's nice.
Very nice. And last year this same fixture produced 9 goals.
It was a 5-4 or something, wasn't it? 6-3 it was, yeah, 6-3.
6-3 Liverpool.
Yeah. Amazing.
Which, could quite easily happen. But
we're looking at something similar, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go rogue. Actually, no, I'll say mine because you've got yours already sorted. I will go 4-3 Liverpool.
Oh, mate, 4-2 Liverpool I have.
Oh,
I really thought you were going to go, he's going to go 4-2, he's going to go 4-2. Yeah. Close enough, mate, close enough.
Wow.
But yeah, it's probably, it's likely that it's going to be one of those games where you have like goals going to come from fucking everywhere. It's going to be super goals, it's going to be weird goals, it's going to be, upsetting decisions coming from the referee. It's going to be VAR.
Yeah, exactly. There's always something that seems to happen in this fixture.
Love it.
I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah. Right.
Just very quickly before we're moving on, a chance for Liverpool to pick up, like you said, momentum when they host Wolves on Boxing Day, air quotes, and then host Leeds, on New Year's Day, and then they go to Fulham, and then they go to.
Are they hosting Leeds already?
Hosting Leeds on New Year's Day.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, because all those fixtures from 2-3 rounds ago are flipped on New Year's Day.
Also played at Aston Villa, but
4 winnable games. 4 winnable games for them. Obviously, this is a tough one at Tottenham. Wolves at home, Leeds at home, Fulham away. You could start. Then we could start seeing them in the conversation. Depend on the other scores of the other top clubs, but until then, see how it goes.
Yeah, but not this game. Isolated.
Yeah, exactly.
They won't be. Yeah, they won't be in the title race. So anyway, after that one, we've got Leeds Crystal Palace actually at 9 o'clock. We have 2 9 o'clock games. One of them being Leeds Crystal Palace then. So Leeds haven't lost in the last 3, I think it is. And they tend to do well against the bigger teams as well. Now, obviously, playing with Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester City.
Yep.
4 points out of those 3 games, I think it was. So I don't know how they will adapt to playing a Crystal Palace side at home, because now they, fans are expecting, I think, a little bit from Leeds now, having, coming from those bigger clashes. Okay, so we did well there. Then on paper, we should be able to beat Crystal Palace quite comfortably, or at least get the win. But I think for me, it's going to be the other way around. I think they will struggle quite a lot with Crystal Palace here. I think Ellen Road.
Yeah, and
Saturday night.
It's one of those things where such a strange way, because the way that the Carling Cup or the League Cup fell, with Arsenal and Palace, they're both having an issue with the fixture congestion in terms of, you had to switch the Arsenal game from Sunday to Saturday. We're now playing on the 23rd when no one else is playing and whatever. But Palace played last night. They rotated their full 11, completely different 11, but you had Gehi came on at 65 minutes. Mateta came on for the last 20 minutes. Same as Nketiah and Mitchell and Hughes came on as well. So there's 5 players there who will probably start, maybe not Hughes, but there's, the 4 of them will start tomorrow away to Leeds, having played at least 20 to 30 minutes last night, which is madness that they have to do that. So that's a poor preparation for them, has to be said. And do they have anyone going to? Yeah, they've got Sar going to AFCON, which is a big loss for them because he's been very, very good. You got Munoz is injured.
Yeah, but he's been now for quite some time. And he's gonna be out for a couple of more weeks, I think. A couple of weeks more, I should say.
Yeah. So
he's showing a really good season.
Yeah,
Shame.
exactly.
It's a shame he got injured, but
So I don't know. I like Wolves here quite. Wolves. I like Leeds here quite a lot.
yeah.
In terms of the fact that they're at home.
Calvert-Lewin seems to be coming out from fucking nowhere as well.
Out from the cold, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a long time ago. He was in form.
Yeah.
So it seemed to me that he was like a finished player. Like, okay, so he had a little something at Everton for a couple of seasons or whatever that was.
Mm.
But then now he's rising from the ruins a little bit for me, which is quite nice. I like that, and that could be the decider for Leeds.
Yeah.
For them staying up and being relegated. So yeah. But it's I can't change my prediction now, can I? So
you can't, mate. But what have you got?
2-1 Crystal Palace.
2-1 Crystal Palace.
That being said, Crystal Palace won just against Fulham. They won just against Burnley. It's narrow wins.
I want to do
still wins.
Let me look at the. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with a Leeds win, right? But the odds on that, I don't like the odds at all.
Mm.
They're very, very similar odds for either a Leeds or Palace win. But I'm gonna go Leeds, and I'm gonna go with
what? Yeah, it's one of the tougher games to predict for me.
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 Leeds.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Leaving that then.
Leaving that.
And moving on to Everton Arsenal, the other 9 o'clock game. I mean, as you said, Manchester City will win against West Ham, and so Arsenal has got to win this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And for Everton, Gana Gay and Ndiaye, or Ndiaye, I don't know about the pronunciation of that, but anyway, they are off to Africa as well.
I am flabbergasted. You don't know the pronunciation of that.
Oh, mate, jaw-dropping. Fucking lost for words.
You are usually on point with a pronunciation, mate. I am disappointed.
You don't really care. Anyway,
I am. Yeah, I am. I'm very.
I don't know if Arsenal will have more players back now. I don't think so. I mean, Ben White got injured.
Yeah.
Obviously, so he's out, but I don't know if Arsenal will get any players back. And I'm happy though. This is not Saliba's first game back. I liked it that he was back actually before this.
Yeah.
So he hasn't. So he hadn't had. So he I can't speak. So he wouldn't have to start with going away to. Why it might be fucking hostile actually, Everton, and now going to the Hill Dickinson Stadium Saturday night. So I'm just happy it's not Saliba's first game back. It does something to me. By the way, you tell me how Arsenal will get the 3 points, because I think it's absolutely needed for them.
Yeah. Massive game, very needed. I like the fact that NGI is not there. I like the fact that Dewsbury Hall probably isn't there either through injury.
Imagine him going to Africa for.
Yeah, that has to be said. That Dewsbury Hall's injured. He's
probably
not going to Africa.
Yeah. Mate. He's probably the player furthest away from being African in the Premier League for me. Mr. Dewsbury Hall, even with the name, I don't know, it's fucking funny.
And then obviously Idrissa Gueye is off as well. But it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game, and it's one of those games where you just, whatever which way, just get the 3 points and fuck off.
Oh yeah. Definitely agree with that one. I don't like Jack Grealish playing against Arsenal because he seems like he's got something against Arsenal, and it feels like to me that he usually does very, very well against Arsenal. I don't like it.
What I'm quite interested to see is Timber against Grealish.
Yeah.
Because Timber is a defender who likes to get up close and physical with his winger, and he always comes like around the side and wins the ball. But Grealish is one of those wingers who they feel contact.
Yeah, exactly. One of the whining wingers.
Yeah, they're going down, and it feels to me like this could be one of those games where Timber probably gets booked.
Yeah.
But listen, I wouldn't want anyone else playing right back against Grealish, to be honest, than Timber. So,
no, definitely.
And with Saliba being there as well, covering round, I feel okay with that situation. On paper, the Everton team does not inspire me one way or another. Like I don't see much quality in there.
It's just that it's away as well, on a Saturday night, and Manchester City having the privilege of playing before Arsenal, which obviously can put pressure because they has said they will win this against West Ham. So
yep.
I mean, mate, I don't know if it's good or bad for Arsenal to play in to be playing afterwards. But yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't even have a prediction for this one.
Oh God. I'll save you the. I don't know what I'm going to save you, but I'm going to 2-0 Arsenal.
Okay, good.
Calafiori back. Defensively, we've got 3 out of 4 defenders back. Zuba Mendes, Eze Odegaard, Gyökeres, Saka, Trossard, whoever. I'm feeling it.
Everton's going to go forward a little bit more, maybe, than they should. Going to leave space team behind. 5-1 to the Arsenal. Gyökeres on the score sheet.
Wasn't there a 5-1 then? Many
it was. It was the first game. I remember Denilson scoring on a penalty. I think it was.
Actually, was it 6-1?
I don't know if
a 6-1 in my head from somewhere.
I think it was 5-1 against Everton. The first game of the season. I think that was Denilson was it on a penalty?
Hold on. So there was 5-1 in 2022 at home with.
Yeah, but this was definitely away. It had to be like.
It was the first game of the season, wasn't it? Yeah. Years ago.
Like 2011, 2012, something.
Yeah.
Or even 6-1, was it?
2009, 6-1 to Arsenal at Goodison Park. Denilson scored. Yeah.
On a penalty?
No. Just a regular.
Goal. It wasn't really a regular goal.
Vermaelen.
It was like a long range shot or like a really, really good goal, if I remember correctly.
Can you tell me?
No, I can't, but let's give it a go. Okay.
I just told you Vermaelen scored.
Oh, did you? Okay.
There's one player who scored twice in this game. Can you name that player?
Giroud?
Nope. He is
Marwan Chamak. No, I didn't score it.
No, this particular player. He retired 2 years ago.
Maybe it was that season where Yusuf Benayoun, maybe, but he had to retire before earlier than 2 years ago, surely. But yeah, Benayoun, no, can't be.
No. Last clue will be
Hmm.
he is currently a manager in one of the top five leagues in the world.
Oh, did Arteta score twice?
Uh, no, he did not. I was going to say he was playing for Everton, but he wasn't. No, he did not.
Oh, okay, we'll
But
see.
you're in
So
this.
good guess. Good guess.
It is because you're in the right country, the nationality.
Oh, Fabregas scored.
Yes.
But I thought that I was going to go with that, but no. Who was Chelsea then?
No, Cesc Fabregas scored twice.
Yeah,
Um,
okay. Yeah. And then he scored against Tottenham. Do you remember that game we had to Tottenham where he just ran through the whole team like
oh,
11 seconds in to the second half?
yep.
Was
Yep.
that? Yeah, that had to be after. No. When the fuck was that? Was that in the 11-12 season?
Yeah, it must have been because he scored 15 goals that season. No, 9-10 season. He was at Barcelona 11-12.
Okay, yeah. So he didn't go straight from Arsenal to Chelsea. He went to Barcelona that first year. I was outside the Emirates for that game. I don't, that was weird. I was at the Gunners pub watching the game, actually.
You
And
know
it,
what else is weird? Who the manager of Everton was for that game?
yeah, I can imagine. Had to be Moyes.
David Moyes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, so 5-1 and 3-0. Confident all of a sudden. I don't. Yeah. Moving on to the Sunday, shall we? Aston Villa, Manchester United, mate. The only game on Sunday, 5:30 Swedish time. Kick off that. We've got uh, Mbomo, Ahmad. Going. No, they fucked off to Africa as well. And Maguire out. De Ligt out.
Maguire out. He's gone to Africa as well.
No, definitely not. He's staying at home together with Dewsbury Hall. They're both up there for not absolutely not being African. Anyway, Maguire and De Ligt out as well.
Hmm.
So that, Ahmad and Bomo, they played a big part in the 4-4 game against Bournemouth. That being said, we have Martinez out for Aston Villa, which is a massive blow. So, do you think who who's who will they put in goal?
Is he actually injured?
It says it's out.
Hey, if
Maybe
he's
it's,
out, he's out.
maybe it's out in the pub
If
for
he's
all
out,
I
he's
know.
out, mate.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got Martinez out, Torres out, Tyrone Mings out. So a couple of big ones there, yeah. Um, yeah. But I think Manchester United are one of the teams who will suffer the most with sending players to AFCON,
Mm.
actually. And with the way Aston Villa are playing now, they've set that record from 106 years back. From 1919. Do you remember? We spoke about that. So
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. So for Manchester United away at Villa Park, having conceded four, fucking four against Bournemouth at home, I can't see them getting anything from this. But I think they actually snatched all 3 points last season here. When Ten Hag still was the manager for them. But anyway, doesn't matter. It was another season, another team, another time.
Hmm.
So 3-0 for Villa for me.
Oh shit.
Um, I think Manchester United also among others, who they are a team who hasn't done particularly well this season. Now they're actually just they are sort of under the radar, climbing a little bit, but they haven't done particularly well, and they are one of a couple of teams who are actually benefiting from this league being so tight as it is this season.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's fun. That is how it is. But I mean, it's good for them. Obviously, I'm just saying. They are benefiting from that. I'm not saying it's bad or good or whatever. But from a neutral standpoint, it's the Premier League this season it's something else.
Yeah,
it's a really nice. Yeah, it's one of those teams that really has gained from that, I think. Because if it would have been a normal season, they would be, I mean, definitely out of fucking any talk about playing in Europe or at least the Champions League. But now they are actually in the mix there, so because it's so tight. So yeah. And Aston Villa obviously has a huge chance of claiming, really clinging on to top 3, top 2 with a win here, and they know they can do it. So
yeah, they can put a lot of pressure on.
3-0 for me. Yeah, 3-0 for me.
They can put a lot of pressure on City and Arsenal going into the Christmas period with a win here.
Yeah.
Regardless of what Arsenal and City do the day before, they'll still be right there and continue on that until they drop points. They'll still be right fucking there, waiting to pick up on any opportunities that Man City or Arsenal give them. So, yeah, big game for them. I'm gonna say they're gonna drop points for me. I think 2-2. I'm gonna go with.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's going to be the goal scorers then for Manchester United for you.
For
Cunha,
me,
maybe.
Cunha and Fernandes.
Yeah.
For me.
Chesko's available.
Chesko's available. Casemiro's suspended.
Yeah, I read that actually. Yeah.
But I think that gives Kobbie Mainoo a chance to come in and play from the start. Hopefully. Whether he does or not is a different story, but gives him a chance to play from the start, which I think he's a fantastic player.
Do you know what Kobbie Mainoo's brother did? Did you hear about that?
Is that the t-shirt thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange, eh? But anyway, okay. Never mind that. I don't give a shit, actually. But yeah, okay. So 2-2 for you. 3-0 Aston Villa for me. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I can see Manchester United scoring, but no, enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's listen. There's going to be goals this weekend, quite clearly from our predictions so far.
Yeah, definitely.
Which
And
brings us to the last
yeah,
one.
I mean, you might have thought that was it, but we do have a little Monday nugget as well for you, which is sprinkles, just a little salt to it.
And what is it, mate? Tell me it's a blockbuster. Tell me it's a brilliant game. What is it?
Fulham.
Oh, go on.
Nottingham Forest.
Ah, for fuck's sake!
But mate, it can end any which way, and this could be one of the fucking 4-4 games as well, because you never know with the Premier League. Anyway, speaking about African Cup of Nations,
yeah,
your mate Bassie's out. Iwobi
unbelievable
well.
news.
Bassie, Iwobi, Chukwueze.
Chukwueze, yeah. I don't like this, mate. I don't like this struggling with pronunciations from you. You usually walk into a room. What's the word?
There's no vowels in there.
Bang!
How the fuck are you supposed to?
There's no vowels in Chukwueze. I see about 7, mate.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, Fulham did play midweek. I think it was Newcastle, Chelsea, and Fulham who were the Premier League teams playing the League Cup.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So Fulham have not really rested as much as Nottingham have. Nottingham coming from a big win against Tottenham, obviously.
Yep. Yep.
But then, it looks to me that these two teams are quite similar in terms of they concede a lot, they score a lot, they do this and do that. It's more or less the same team for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't really know what to make of it. But yeah, it can end any which way for me.
Yeah. Listen, when you told me it was Fulham Forest, I thought 0-0 straight away, right? But now, having done a smidge of research here, Fulham.
Oh yeah.
Game,
you can say smidge again. Yeah, you can say that. That was quick.
Their last 5 games, both teams to score in every game. There's been over 2.5 goals in every game.
Yeah, man.
Has been a game with 9 goals, with 5 goals, with So goals follow Fulham. So maybe my initial thought of 0-0 is going to be
goals to be expected. Yeah, well, they can just play each other out. Scoring goals, conceding. It's going to be 0-0.
It could be because listen,
nobody knows what.
Bassey's not there. Big boy Bassey's not there, mate, and they could shop and just because he does some things really fucking well, and then he does some things that just blow your fucking mind.
Like Konate, according to Slot, what the fuck did he say? I mean, I don't know word for word, but it was something like that he's too good for his own good or something, because he does so many bad things as well, finding himself on the crime scene. Do you remember?
It's fine. So the crime scene, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you're doing so many things ever so well, but then you're fucking us up as well.
Yeah.
So it's a shame a little bit for you that you're doing this so well. Because I basically now have to play you, but I know you're gonna fucking concede.
Something goes
penalty
wrong.
Or yeah.
You're fucking.
It's always you. It's always you, wasn't it?
You're always there, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Anyway, so.
Yeah. No, listen. I've changed my mind. I'm gonna go with 6-6.
Oh.
No, I genuinely don't know what to do now. Listen. Fuck it. Disruption, problems. 3-2 Forest. I'm going for
2-1 Forest for me. Good. It's nice, like a narrow win, but it's oh fucking hell. That is the Premier League for you, in a nutshell.
It is, mate. It is. We've predicted a plethora.
You said like 0-0, and then a minute later 3-2. I mean, that's
research matters, mate.
Love it. Oh yeah, I fucking love it. Yeah.
Research. Yeah, in my head, I was like, "Fucking hell, this is going to be just a 0-0 game," and listen, it could well be. It could well be. Premier League is crazy.
Yeah, in a good way. In a good way. If you're in a mental institution, don't be weird about this. Crazy can also mean like a fun little woohoo. It's crazy. It's crazy fun. It's not crazy, Do you know what I mean?
Psychopathic crazy, no. It's good crazy. Little buzz. Little
not Joe Linton super crazy, I mean
buzz.
Yeah, anyway.
Looking
forward to this weekend.
Yes, mate.
Thanks so much.
Another week, another podcast done.
Mm-hmm.
So do not forget to like, subscribe. If you got to this point, the way to just say thank you from us to you is just to press that subscribe button or that like button or give us a comment.
Yeah.
Please. No, do whatever you want. Do whatever makes you feel happy. Or makes you feel good inside.
Yeah. So long as you press the button, do whatever the fuck you like.
Exactly. As long as you pressed it, it'll make us feel good and warm inside. So that's
And if you
something.
have listened, as Lyle said here, if you have come this far, you are actually get to hear our song as well, which we still believe is incredible. So
Absolutely, mate. So stay tuned for that because that comes on right at the end, which is
yeah,
fantastic. So without further ado, I think we leave it there for this week.
we will.
Thank you very much for your time, mate. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you very much. You too, sir. And I'll talk to you Sunday.
Sounds like a plan, mate. All the best, mate. Speak to you
You
soon.
take care.
Lyle's got the stacked high. Robin's got a hot take flying by.
They're chatting goals and red card cries, talking Premier League all night.
15 minutes, they keep it tight, but the banter's hotter than a Friday night. Full-time 15, grab a brewski cold, talking football stories, legends and gold. From the pitch to the mic, they're keeping it clean.
Praying to the podcast,
God, they don't get seen. Robin says,
Lyle, you're dreaming.
mate, that striker's toast.
Now worth the wait.
Lyle fires back. You're out of your mind.
His boots are magic.
Give it some time.
Two voices clash, but it's all in fun.
Football debates till the match is won. Full-time 15, grab a brewski cold. Talking football stories, legends and gold.
From the pitch to the mic, they're keeping it clean. Praying to the podcast, guys.
They don't get seen.